Hello everybody, here we are in the frozen Sussex wastelands. It's absolutely extraordinary. So I had to break into the car really this morning. So not taking the bike out, but today we're heading off to Billy's Motorcycles, and I was going to show you those expansion things that they've done there, you know, to improve business. So I thought it was a good news story. So we're going to head off up to Billy's today. I'll put a one of the relive maps up from Whiteway so you can see exactly whereabouts it is. But I'll turn the camera around so you can see exactly what's going on. This is the frozen wastelands of southern England. It's not snowed, but blimey, it was cold this morning. A lovely old lamppost there with a shut pub, which is another thing about the wastelands of Sussex. Never mind. Right, I'm in the Mini today. This is like a family heirloom. I'm going to do a short video on this at some point. This is the 180,000 mile, 25-year-old Mini Cooper, which is still immaculate, apart from a couple of bits, but I'll show you that. I'm going to do an episode about what's best for the environment, keeping your car running for 25 years or buying a new one every year, but that's another episode. Right, onwards, and I'll see you when we get there. Right, here we are at Billy's, and let's go in and have a chat to the lads. Oh, it's a bit warmer in here. Right, here we are, Billy's Motorbikes. This is Charlie, so this is your shop.
Absolutely.
Everybody's really nervous today because I don't know what's going to go on, do you? If anybody's seen my videos from Dave's, you know Dave's an absolute pro at this. It's really funny. But so the reason we come to do this is because you're expanding.
We are. Yeah, a bit of a surprise to us, to be honest. It was something that the landlord just sort of put on our plate and gave us the opportunity. And we always said, since we started, if the next building comes, we've got to take it. If the next building comes, we've got to take it. So, fortuitous kind of thing, but you know.
But it's bucking the trend in what's going on in the motorbike industry at the moment. All we see on YouTube is businesses closing down, all the rest of it. But you're going the other way, and I think it's a really brave move and a really clever move. And I think in our area, because where are we as such? We're West Sussex, aren't we?
Yeah, West Sussex and surrounding areas. There's never been a lot of people here, really. There's never been a lot of garages around. If anything, there's even less now than there was when we started 5 years ago. So,
but we're on a really good route, aren't we? Because we got the sort of Rikers, Whiteways.
Yeah. If you rode from Rikers up to Whiteways, you would ride past the door.
Yeah,
you would, because it's the main road. You'd come down through sort of Ockley, and then you turn right, and you come down, you straight down the A29 over to Whiteway. So, yeah, when we moved to the area 6-7 years ago, however long we moved, we both sort of, myself and Ashley both moved to the area. We always sort of thought there's a lot of bikes around here, and then you kind of do a think about, well, where are the motorbike shops? If there's so many motorbikes in the area, where are the motorbike shops?
And then prime location, really.
Couldn't really count any, so that were worth, that you thought, oh, it's too many. There was room for us, so we took the chance. And
so when was that? When did you actually start initially? It's in my memory because I lived just round the corner from you, and I can sort of vaguely remember you opening.
Yeah, it was November 2019. We opened our doors in what we'll see in a minute would be our first little building that we took on, and it was literally a month by month rental. There wasn't any like sign up for 5 years and you're stuck for contracts. It was nothing like that. It was pay as you go. So we thought, let's give that a go. Obviously we were operating we're a classic, starting from a garage story. We started from a shed. And we were just buying and selling motorbikes over probably, I think it was summer 2019. And we had probably 4 or 5 bikes at the time, 4 bikes, something like that. But always selling them, always moving. And it spiraled from probably summer 19 to opening our doors November 19. So it wasn't very long for us to go, let's give this a bigger crack. And then since then, we haven't really looked back, and we've obviously grown since then. So which is
because it's one of the things we'll have a look around the whole premises in a minute. But what's your background? I'm going to talk to Ashley in a minute as well. What's your background in motorbikes then? I know you like racing. Didn't you do a lot of track days?
Yeah. So my background really, it isn't motorbike industry. It's a completely different industry altogether. I was self-employed in the B2B world in sort of IT equipment kind of thing, but I had to learn a lot about business related stuff back then, and then
you've got to have an understanding of it.
You can't just. I think that's what a lot of you see some businesses do, that they sort of get into it, and it's more than. It takes over. You can't just fix a bike and sell a bike and that's the end of it. There's so much that goes on involved in business. It's crazy. But we've both learned to be directors. We've both learned to be bosses. We've both learned to be as good as we can be in it. And
it's not always easy either.
No, it's not. And you have to have a good circle around you of all sorts of people that can help you, like accountants and business-minded people, because it's not easy. And as they say, if it was easy, everyone else would be doing it. And that is a true statement. It's not easy.
You're in a situation now where the motorbike industry and in retail is really tough. And how did you? So in the terms obviously we had, because when you started, and you only had probably about 3 or 4 years before we hit COVID, but that actually did work for the bike industry, or seemed to, didn't it?
Well, if anything, we've learned that we started in a false economy. I think we started in an economy where, firstly, it's 2020, wasn't it? Sort of when that hit.
Yeah.
So 2020 was just. Still selling some bikes and still servicing some bikes, and it was just our overheads were very low back then, so you could get away with a lot more and do less and it'd be okay, and still sell a few bikes. You'd still cover your bills and everything would be grand. So, but then 2021 and 2022, especially 21, was a bike fest. Like it was selling like hotcakes. Everything was, and everyone was having a great time. 2022 was sort of similar, I guess. And then I think when all these bounce back loans and self-employed loans and all these loans that were going around, everyone kept saying throughout COVID, the government will want their money back at some point. And it's a distant memory back then. You can't do anything about it once you're in it. But I think 23, 24 is when that was becoming a reality. And I think times are tougher now. People are feeling the pinch a lot more.
The bubble burst quickly, didn't it? It suddenly dropped off a cliff.
Yeah. I mean, in conversations I had with Auto Trader, they said, well, like, what's your average selling a month? What's your average this? What's your average that? I said, well, we started in COVID and now we're here. So they were like, so all you've got is COVID times and post-COVID times. We haven't got a pre-COVID. We don't know what pre-COVID at Billy's Motorcycles ever looked like. So we're learning every month, every year is a lesson, and it is hard to make business decisions based on what you think's reality, but it might not be. So it's tough. It's been tough.
I think I've noticed with some of the businesses that they can't adapt quick enough. Yeah, that's been a lot of the problem I've seen with some of the bigger dealers, where they've got drunk on COVID during COVID, as you say, and then they're still living off that. And it's not there anymore. It's just fallen off a cliff, and you've got hundreds of bikes in. We only got to look at KTM, and they've got hundreds of bikes, and they can't shift them.
If you based your whole business on, well, it's sort of what we did in a way, but if you think that 20 and 22 is normal, and you base that on that, you base your next 3 or 4 years on those numbers. They're not reality. It's not reality. It's not. But what it helped us do is, if anything, with COVID, we had. Bounce back loan, so we took the injection of money and we invested that into the business. That helped us grow, and then we've had 21 and 22 of good years. That helped us grow quickly. So now it's 23 and 24. It's just been about plodding along and doing what we can. But look, there are success stories. When you said you were coming down to do the film and stuff like that, and I think about what we've been doing, what's good, what's bad, and something that I do know that's good is that our service department, month by month, year by year, has grown. From 2019 to 2025 now. So that's a great achievement for us, and that's something that was really important to know, that more people coming down to see us is what we love. You can sell bikes to Scotland, you know, all around the country, Wales. You're never going to meet them. We don't meet them. Like, we deliver it to their house. We never even see them. So that's not personal. What is personal is customers coming down here every day for servicing that will go away, tell their friends, and that's great for us. So that's grown month by month, year on year, and that's hard to do because you really have got to tempt people in. They're not buying a motorcycle that they love the look of. They think that's really pretty. I've always wanted one of them. They're coming here, they're talking to us, and they're judging us by what we do. Yeah. And to grow month by month, year by year means we're doing the right thing. Something new for the showroom, probably worth mentioning, that we took on this year. We've taken on some brand new Peugeots, so that's that. You might, I don't know if you did a walk.
Let's go and have a look.
Yeah,
we did a look, but let's go and have a look. So let's go through this bit. I know this
is the dirty bit.
This is the untidy bit, mate, because you're in the process of. You had to knock all this.
So
down.
I originally.
So this was our
nice clean showroom. So I originally was standing here. This is where the counter was here, and the coffee machine was behind me, and this was just all a nice tidy showroom. But yeah, with the new building, we're basically, and this is something that we've done slightly on purpose. Is we're not just going to commit to 2 full showrooms. We're going to commit to an extended service department.
Okay.
So that'll give us room if the service department gets really, really busy. Obviously, we lost a big name called P&H in Crawley. They had a massive service department. I know they still do, and the next company moving in there are going to take that on as well. Fine, but this is a case where if we need another employee, if we need another ramp, we've got the space to do that now. So there's going to be a wall here, and this is just going to be a service department. It might have a little window in there so someone can look through. But mainly this is just going to be a service department where the bikes will be coming in, getting prepped, serviced, etc., and getting MOT'd out there.
And this thing that people forget during that recession, it's about there is that thing that says, you know, during a recession, expand, because there's less competition in the market at the moment, and you might have the pick of staff if you need more staff. But what I like about it, you have quite an eclectic mix of bikes that you'll have for sale. So you'll have all sorts. So you'll have things like GSs, and then you'll have the Triumphs.
Yes. We've always done that. We always want a nice, you know, every bike shop wants that. They want a nice range of bikes because it's not one bike suits everyone. So,
and what people want changes, doesn't it? We went from sports bikes to adventure bikes, and it comes and goes. And you've got to be able to adapt quickly to what people. If you're a big dealer,
it's hard getting it right.
You might have
there's
200
no
Kawasaki's. Ninja 1100s and nobody wants. It's like, you know, if everybody wants adventure bikes, no one's going to come in and buy your...
Exactly. And you've got to have the right price stock as well. I think at the moment it's anything up to about, the last time I spoke to a finance house that gave me some numbers, they said that anything sort of under $5,000 or something like that, and only 8 years old or something is a good seller at the moment. You know, there's always some kind of logic, but you know, it's you know, if everyone followed the same logic, there'd still be a hole for the other side. So you just got to buy what you think is going to sell okay and get it at the right price, and hopefully it sells.
Let's have a quick walk down your bikes, because I wanted to look at these Peugeots, because it's not something I've seen very often, but is that direct from Peugeot, Charlie, or where do these bikes come from? Who's the actual...
So there's a distributor called Clements Moto. They are the distributor for, and they might not be the only one, but they're one near us. They think they might be the only one, and they do Peugeot, Zontis, Fantic, and various others as well. So we wanted to take on some scooters, 50cc's, 125s. So we thought, let's go with Peugeot.
Peugeot were the real hot ticket for kids, weren't they?
Back in my day,
the Street Fighter and all that.
The Speed Fighters. They were. But the problem is the scooter market has changed quite drastically. I think back in the day there would be more manufacturers doing their own building as such, and I think a lot of it might be farmed out to China now, to be fair. But
I think it is.
But look, these Peugeots, you know, they got a trusted name. You know, we trust them. This is a Peugeot. This is the 125, the Peugeot Tweet. Really nice looking bike. And then you've got the Kisby Black Edition. I thought that was quite a smart colour to have. And then you've got the Kisby Street Zone. which makes it just look a bit more sporty, I guess.
These are not huge. These not that expensive, are they?
No, 2299 on the road, £150 on top of that for on the road, and you've got yourself a brand new 50cc.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the 50cc market's as big as it used to. You know, I was straight onto a 50cc and then upwards. But I don't know if the kids want to do that now. There are quite a few out there.
Yeah.
There are quite a few out there. I think the 125 market is obviously the much bigger market.
Yeah,
but then again,
it's all delivery
sometimes
drivers, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all delivery drivers.
You can drive a 125 on obviously on a CPT.
A nice selection of enterprise tenor.
Yeah, we do a lot of sale or
V-Strongs.
return for customers. That's quite good for us.
It's free stock, isn't it? At the
It's
end
free
of the day?
stock
And
for
it works
us,
really well, yeah.
And it means that the customer is, can just park his bike in here, let us get on with it, and I knock on his door with an envelope to say, there you go, well done, you've sold your bike.
Yeah, fantastic.
We all agree on what they want, and I get, what I want, and that's kind of how it goes. And we've probably last year, I didn't count what I did the year before, but I know last year I did about 35, I think, of customers' bikes.
Yeah.
Ranging from anything really. So
yeah. Well, I've had a couple of bikes go here, but I think you've got to be realistic. You've got to understand that you've got to make something out of it, and so be realistic with the price. And if you are realistic, the bike, if it's a good bit of bike, my bike went within a couple of days. Bang.
Yeah, exactly. Anything sells at the right price. I tell people, if it hasn't sold for 2-3 months, it's because it's too expensive, really.
Yeah.
And that goes for us. It is a learn. If your bike you've got out there, if you took 500 grand on it might sell, but you won't make any money. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes if they're not selling, they're just going to be the wrong price, and customers need to know that, and we need to know that, and it's just everyone. It's the same with part. If you take a part exchange and someone asks, say, "Oh, this is how much I want for it," you go, "Well, that's what I need to sell it for." So it's not going to work, I'm afraid, and you go your separate ways. It is what it is.
Yeah,
so,
because the thing with selling it through seller return here, I presume is the same, because you've got to charge a sensible amount to do that, because you're warranting that bike. So
warranty.
If it's a banger, then you're on a hiding to nothing, aren't you? So you've got to cover yourself.
Yeah, exactly that. And
people forget that sometimes.
And we offer. It's not just a warranty we can provide. We can provide finance as well. We can, we service it, MOT it. Someone I always say, as a joking way. We're always someone that the buyer can shout at the end of the day. If you buy it privately, that's it. You can't go back and complain about this, that, or the other. People like to buy from dealers because it's somewhere they can go and say, "Oh, look, this isn't right," or "This is right," or "Thank you," or "This," or what. Do you know what I mean? It just.
Yeah. So talking about servicing, let's go and have a look at. Let's go and meet Ashley in the service department.
So a lot of garages don't touch anything Chinese. We do service everything. It's got an engine. It's got.
But that's important for people to know that that's right. A lot of companies won't even touch it.
They'll just say no.
The history of it.
Yeah.
But if someone's brave enough to go, no, we'll do that.
We do that, and everything comes with we let the customers know what the situation is. Happy to service it, happy to look at it. If you've got problems with it, happy to look at it. But know what you've got, and if it goes wrong, it's the bike kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It is the bike, and
right.
they're really some of them can be tricky to diagnose. But we look at everything. We want to help people out. If it's simple oil change, why aren't we doing it? Why is someone saying no? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So let's just get it done.
Right. So this is your this was the original entry into the sort of service area.
In 2019, if we were standing here, we'd be outside. This wasn't here in 2019.
Okay.
So where we're standing now is an addition.
So this is where quite often bikes are waiting to get into the service unit, aren't they?
Yeah, service department. Yeah, well, this is in the new building. More of this is going to be in there, and this is going to be clearer. All the sort of bikes that have been weighted and fixed, they'll probably just go in there. And this will be clearer for the MOT department to just be active, because we'll be very busy.
And that's the thing, quite often thing which is nice here, you can turn up and just get your bike MOT almost
on the spot while you're waiting. Yeah.
It's nice coming to a bright room.
Yeah. This is the busy workshop.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that the mic will catch up with this. So
shall I go and stand next to Ashley
so
you can hear him?
Ashley. Yeah. So we've been around the showroom. We've been talking about your expansion plans. So you both sort of started this together. This is both your business, isn't it?
Yeah, the shed in the garden.
It's our baby.
Shed in the garden, yeah.
It was a shed in the garden.
But it's got to start somewhere, isn't it? And it's
We
having
built
the
the
vision
shed.
to go. We can make
We actually
that
built the shed for the business,
Yeah.
but then moved out of the shed in about 2 months after we built the shed.
Yeah.
And now you've taken the shed down pretty much.
Kids climbing frame now.
Yeah, it's climbing frame, yeah.
Yeah, so that lasted long.
I'm gone.
But you tend to do most of the mechanics, so you're more mechanically minded. So
Yeah.
you don't do so much of the mechanics. So you're doing the.
They try not that. Yeah, they try not.
They don't let you in here.
It's not allowed.
Yeah. Barred from the spanners.
So what's your background, Ganesh, in motorbikes? Where did you sort of learn or was it sort of you just learnt on your own?
No, I was at Finn's for years. I've done my apprenticeship there.
So where was that?
Finn's in Medhill.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I've done my apprenticeship there and all that lot. And
Fantastic.
yeah, then sort of moved around the area here.
Yeah.
And as I say, built the shed, and then didn't like the travel. So
How long were you at Finn's?
Yeah. How long were you there for?
it's got to be 15 years.
Really?
No, it was 14,
Yeah.
15.
So that's a good. I mean, a lot of people don't have that. It's nice to know
From-
that you've got a long
from-
background in
from
the
hot
school.
washer
you
as
served
well.
your apprenticeship in
Yeah,
that.
from-
What were Finns selling then, or mates?
Same, exactly.
Very similar
Very
to what
similar.
we do. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Used motorcycles, servicing MOTs, and
Yeah.
that's it really.
Because I mean, what's always funny, I like the fact that you can come in here, you've got a scooter there, you've got a Honda, God knows what that is.
That's
Oh,
a
no.
track bike.
That's a track, but oh yeah, is that one of yours?
Angus's, yeah. Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
Angus, yeah.
Yeah. That'll be moved soon.
And we've got a Ninja on there,
R6 on there.
R6, what the hell's that? That's
R6,
yeah,
yeah.
another R6. And then you've got a Harley. So is this a repair or is this somebody's,
No, that's a repair, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
It's got an oil leak and had a bit of a battery issue, but yeah, it's just a pipe that's split that will get sorted. So
But that's what I really like when you go into a workshop. But you've got everything in here. You've got something of every sort of genre in here, and you're not afraid to take anything on.
And there's a scooter out there that we've just done. I think it's PCX 125.
there you see what we work on.
Just done a service and MOT.
Go ring to a stomp to anything you want.
That's really cool, isn't it? And that's always supposed to. You should just keep these on the stands, so people just come in and see these and just go, "Yeah, that's good, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll do pretty much anything. There's not anything you won't really tackle. What about obviously you do cover your own warranties, didn't you? On bikes that you do. I don't know where we go with people like KTM and that. Where people got their bikes and there's nowhere to get the bloody things fixed now.
Yeah, and I think some of them are quite harsh as well. So I think if you then try and get your warranty work done elsewhere, no one else can really do your warranty work because ultimately KTM have to pay for that.
Yeah.
But even services, some of them can be quite tricky to try and get it serviced elsewhere to stay within your warranty as well. They're quite hard on that. So, but if the KTM garages go, I mean that's a big KTM problem, isn't it? To be fair. So.
Yeah. Because that also affects these Chinese bikes because KTM are partnered with CF Moto and they're the importers. So I don't know what's going to happen with CF Moto. I think that's another story. I mean, I've done many videos about.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
But
because we've had chats with CF Moto as well. So.
Oh really? Yeah. Well, so there's anything could happen here, nothing, can it? Now you're getting bigger and that because you've obviously got more space to fill. So. How many bikes can you think you can accommodate in there for retail? Quite a few, isn't there?
We could jam in 30 to the old one. Like 30 would be like there's no room to sort of get it out of the line. But now we've kind of gone. We've gone a half and down again. So yeah, sure, 40, 50 maybe something like that. But that's have that many bikes. I think we're a while away from that until we've really filled.
But the thing is, you can essentially have whatever you like. Bike-wise, can't you? You don't have to stick to any brands. You can. It's like a free house. It's exactly it, and I think that's really important because you can see where the market's going. Think actually, we need a few more of that style of bike now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the market's quite topped out of adventure bikes, is it? But big adventure bikes seem to be not struggling, but people want these small adventure bikes, and that's where the market seems to be.
There's things like the 400s and things like
400 or 500 bikes.
I think the Triumph Speed 400s, I think they're called. They seem to be good. I keep looking in what's selling at the moment and brand new, and they seem to be up there still. I haven't even seen one. Don't know what it looks like.
That was the best-selling bike of last year.
Yeah.
So I think they did 50,000 units in a very short period of time. The Triumph.
But also, was it 2 years ago? We had a sports bike, right?
Yes.
Where everything was sports bikes. Because we didn't get enough of them.
Yeah.
And then last year, we struggled to get rid of one.
Yeah.
You just don't know what the
Funny,
market's going to do.
and that's when you know you've got to get out of that quick. I think, as I said, when I came in and I saw what you've done, I thought it's a brave move, but I think it's a really good move to expand. I think this is
bold move.
It is a bold move,
I call it a bold move.
but it's always got to be calculated. But there's always going to be a certain amount of risk involved.
Every day's a risk.
And it's
calculated risk.
It's knowing there is risk and how to mitigate it as best possible. But I think it's a.
For us, it's just great to have a bit more space. You know, you would trip over ourselves when the summer times. There's just honestly from that shutter door to here would be full. It would be a sea of bikes, and you know, we'd be pushing out 20, 30 bikes every morning, and you know, it just takes it out. So it's nice to have that extra bit of space now. We can just put them in there, put a couple out the front, job done. You know, it's nice. It's better for. We always say the less you push a customer's bike around or any bike around, the better. You don't want to keep moving a bike left, back, up, and you know, there's too much risk. If you can just push a bike once it's finished into the service bay, leave it there until the customer collects it. That's a much better outcome.
So sort of finalising things. So in terms of the services that you offer here, so you've got full service facilities for any bike really. You can do any bike, and I know that the
quads maybe if we're pushing a bike out.
but if it's got an engine and the wheels,
we've had a few quads in here at least years.
But I know the sort of the costings. You know, if you go to a Triumph dealer to get your Bonneville service, you're looking at 300 quid now these days. Seems to be, but you know, just give people an idea. What's the sort of average cost? Say someone comes with a 3-year-old Bonneville. What's just a normal oil service on that roughly?
About 180 quid.
Yeah.
So you're saving a lot of money, aren't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'd like to say that we're the cheapest out there. We like to stay at that. We're not a dealer. We don't have to ask for dealer money.
No, I've never understood how you can charge £300 to service a Bonneville. I don't know. I've never understood that.
Yeah.
But I suppose people still like the idea that it's main dealer servicing, but people can't afford that anymore.
No,
you know?
exactly.
So if they want to lose that business, you're more than happy to take it up.
I think the bigger savings are when you start looking at 12k, 24k services. You know, let's just stay on Triumph. With the valve clearances, I think you're looking at a 12k service at like a main dealer, Triumph main dealer. You're looking at £1,000 really.
Easily.
You know, we're going to be coming in at half that really, 600, something like that. You know, it depends. Obviously, it all depends on what bike it is and stuff like that. But we're generally half.
Near my Africa twin, the Honda dealer wanted £895 to do the valve check on that, and I've no idea whether they would have done it anyway. Yeah. You know, I didn't want to buy the shop. I just wanted to check my valves.
Yeah.
And I thought, no,
I've seen it.
And I suppose someone says, "What's it running like?" It's run great. Does it make you not know? It runs fine. Well, don't bother then.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
I don't know, but you don't want to do that. You want to do it, but I don't want to be paying £900 to that done.
I've seen a 2007 or 2010 R1200 GS, a full service invoice from a main dealer BMW, and it's over £1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you're talking at 50,000 mile 2010 R1200 GS. Probably only about $3-4 grand anyway. So you've almost spent, you know, you spent a large fraction of what the bike's worth on just getting a service done.
It's like going to the vet, isn't it? You spend £2,000 on having your cat looked at, and I keep saying to Karen, my missus, you know Karen very well, so we'll just buy a new one. Yeah. She doesn't understand now. I don't get it.
I don't think my missus would fly with that either, to be fair. But
cool.
But yeah, so servicing here, tyres. We're very busy with tyres.
Yes, tyres. I had pictures of your tyres. Servicing tyres, and you have loan bikes as well. People need to get
2 loan bikes,
and people can take those bikes away.
2 loan bikes.
Which is
currently
really
out of action because they got heavy usage last year, to be honest, and they're both tired.
Yeah.
So they're in the line to get fixed, ready for summertime. But they're always out. MOTs.
Yeah, MOTs. I saw. So you've got the MOTs, and then you've got obviously your bike sales, salary returns, and all the rest of it. And then just come down. You got
coffee machine.
Coffee machine.
We always say people just pop in.
Just pop in.
If all you want to do is come down for a natto, read a coffee and read a coffee, drink a coffee and read a magazine is where I was going. Just do that. You know, it does. We like people coming in every. You know, it's great. You know,
and you're on this great route, as we said before. You're on the route. It's the 264. This isn't it? The A2.
29. This
29.
Yeah.
So the A29. If you're going from Rikers to Whiteways, before you get to Pulborough, you're here. You're on the right.
Yeah.
I've done
I always say Podmore Hill is what that hill is there. We're at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So
what people can find, because on the way here I did the relive app, which takes me from Whiteways to here, and it shows people on the map the exact route to get here. So I put that in the video. So that's what.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice
Great.
and easy.
Well, this. I know it's going to succeed because otherwise we've got nowhere to go get any bikes done.
We'll
But,
keep going.
Last man standing.
We'll do it for everyone else. We'll do it for you lot. Let's keep going for you lot.
So it's really good. So it's really, really good to talk to you all.
Yeah.
And I always forget to do this when I do my videos, is to take a picture to do the thumbnail. So I'm going to get you with a bike or something outside, and you can all stand around the bike, and you can all be waving, and I'll use that as a thumbnail.
Yeah.
But
no worries.
well, thanks for talking to us.
We'll get something pretty out.
And yeah, get yourself down to Billy's if you're in the area, or even if you're not, because you've got a van and you can pick bikes up as well.
Yeah,
you
collection
can
and
phone people
delivery.
and they can come and collect your bike,
Yeah, collection and delivery.
which is something that's
yeah.
really, really important.
We've
really
just been to Worthing this morning to collect a Harley, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll go down to Hove, we'll go down to wherever
Yeah.
we're in the area, Horsham,
Fantastic.
doesn't matter.
Right, say goodbye, everybody. We'll see you in the next
Thank you,
episode.
cheers,
Right.
see you again.
Okay. Yeah.